Okay. Well, we're doing a different kind of stream tonight. Kind of a long weekend. A little bit of a rough weekend. So, I'm trying to work on this is the Fractured Isles. I'm trying to get rid of some things. This is Terragon. I'm trying to bring it because see how we've got land here? We don't want that land. We want just water. Okay, must not did that. So first off, I'm going to do sea level because I set the sea level high. Let's set the sea level at 50. Because that changed nothing except for maybe out here. And I don't know what all these are. Hopefully they're not prefabs that it's building out there in the middle of nowhere. Holy mackerel. That's a lot of ships. Yeah, we'll have to do something about that. Okay. But let's just, I'm working on trying to get the sea level down right. Or the water. So the flat. Let's take it up to 38. And let's save that. Go to basic. Let's not do erosion right now because we're just trying to get this done. Wilderness spawn. Let's just do 200. Let's file and save that again. And then let's zoom out on that. And those are all ships. It's like they're being attacked by another country. That'd be crazy. And where did I see the import noise, Gaussian height? The issue I have is I won't use this for quite some time. So then I forget some of the stuff that I need to do on here. Still got the squeaky chair. Nothing there. It's in here somewhere. Add height map. I'm looking to try to get rid of this edge. Set world size, copy file, game data. No. Set sea level. Source, creating, no. That's where we actually import it. Someone will probably later be watching this and going, you have to click on this. You have to click on that. The biome. Environmental region. Noise. POIs. I didn't do these. Now I had it. Oh, I think I completely took it out, didn't I? What's that? Simple square mask flood area. Import biome. Okay, add height map, source, crop, environmental biome, flatten, independent main roads. Yeah, this is how I do it when I'm tired too. I gotta go through and say stuff. POE, rivers, roads, side roads, single, text data, towns, biome, player, preview, region, road, zone. See, those are all the filter roading. I mean, that's not a deal breaker there. If we have to deal with that water on the outside, we'll deal with it. It's just it cuts off some of the islands that I like the most, except for right here. There's my baby. I don't know, I had so much fun on this map that I would love to try to get it to work with the new tile system. So that's what I'm trying to do here. It's in there somewhere, I'm just not seeing it. So let's just go ahead and we're going to run this again with our new settings. And that's what, then we can go to this and kind of talk while that runs. Let me move the Terragon back over there. Yeah, I love the Matrix. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use Terragon to go ahead and create and populate the map so we can get our cities and stuff on there, and then manually go in and try to add the highways in a back way. I don't know if I can do that yet, but first I just want to get it to populate the Fractured Isles map. And it won't be the same. You know, it's not going to be the same as what it was that we had before, but it'll be very similar. And like I said, there's so much fun with that. The highways, I so miss the highways. You know, I tried to do kind of bridges and stuff on the one I did, but it wasn't the same. So what I'm going to try to do is manually put those in through the text file. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. It might clash with things. There might be some errors. We'll get there when we get there. First, we have to figure out this water thing to get our islands instead of the weird maps that we have. Because once we have the islands down, then I have to kind of change a few more settings to get the cities to populate. I kind of did this once before. I actually have it set up, but I kind of want to do it again this way and change a few things. It takes a while to run. That's why I'm just sitting here talking. I guess I should bring up a case. Hey, Firestar. Yes, I like the highways. I miss them. I might have a way to get them added back into any map. I don't know. This is just me trying some stuff because you have a .txt file that has all the prefabs in them. And if you look at the difference between the ones with the highways and the ones without, it's just the highways. And I mean, it's just text, and it says put a highway here, put a highway there. So I have the old map. So this is where it gets kind of tricky. You would almost have to populate the map in nitrogen. And I'm closing my eyes, so if you say something, I won't see it while I'm thinking, because it's later at night, and like I said, there was kind of a rough weekend. So it will populate in nitrogen, which no longer works for the new tile system in that. It will still actually make a world, and I can make the world with no prefabs in it. So then you have a height map, but I already have my height maps. I like making those. But it will put the highways in. And then those highways are actually prefabs that the Fun Pimps put in originally. So they were originally in the game. I can't remember, someone said like Alpha 17 or something like that. And I'll open my eyes every once in a while and look. But when I'm really thinking about trying to stay on focus, it had those highways in there. Well, those prefabs are still in the game itself. So you just have to tell it to put those down. So that's what I'm kind of trying to do is I have the TXT file that I'm going to copy the position of the highways and put them into the new map and see if that will actually populate them properly. I think it will, because it did it automatically the other way. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. But first I got to get the map done. And I'm drinking some pretty weak tea tonight. It's supposed to be like a butterscotch tea. I'm tasting... It tastes more like an herbal tea than anything with butterscotch. Yeah, Firestar, it should work, but I'm more worried about collisions and stuff. You know, if it puts a prefab in the way, which one's it going to get rid of? Hopefully it gets rid of the prefab, but the game automatically will fix those errors when you load it up. Because, like, I can build the world. Like I said, this is a long, drawn-out thing, but I can automatically build the world like I used to with the height maps. Create the world with the highways in nitrogen. And then recreate them over in Terragon and put the highways in. Or put the prefabs in. It's just a long, drawn-out way. I did talk to Pyle. Is that his name? I'm pretty sure it was Pyle. That makes Terragon. And eventually it's going to have the highways built into it too. But he didn't really say when. He just said eventually. So, you know, is it going to come out before Alpha 21? Is it Alpha 21 going to come out and then he's going to be down for another 6 months to a year to fix Terragon to work with it? I don't know. I really wish the Fun Pimps would just put pretty much nitrogen into their game and make it so it will work with the tiles. I mean, it can't be that hard. How many people they got working there? You know, they can make keep putting lipstick on a pig if they want to, but these are some of the options we'd really like to see. Because then you could do your own height map, put it right in the game. It's going to populate it in the game, and it'll be ready. I mean, it'd make it so a lot more people could make their own maps, but that's cool. I'm all for everybody making their own maps. I mean, I enjoy doing it. Let me check back on the other one. Yeah, it's a good idea so the Fun Pimps won't do it. Terragon. Oh, come on. Why aren't we... Must be in the middle of something. Let me... Oops. Nothing's going down here. See, for some reason, it just won't get rid of that. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's bring this over. See, we're getting closer. Still don't like how it cut those off. And it's starting to cut this one off. Okay, so let's stop. I turned quite a few things off too, so it will create them quicker. Where am I at? Create flat water map. Okay, so we're getting there. I'm going to say, let's just go up to 60. Oops, 650? No, I think that'll cover everything. 60. Now, the issue with this is I'm not sure. It might actually make the water too deep. And it's still getting a lot of those ships. Let's go back to here. I don't know if that's wilderness spawns or not. Let's just put wilderness spawns at 0. Or let's put it at 5. Now let's go to expert. Actually, let's file save. I save every time because I've had this crash before. It's done a lot better. Yeah, they're all, every one of these little splotches out here is a ship. So like if you, oops, I don't know if I can do it now. No, because I'm running. You can scroll in. Oops. Oop, there it is. And it will show you a picture up there of what the prefab is. So there's several different ships out here. But that's a lot of them. Like I said, it's almost like it's a war zone and they're coming in to attack. But see, everything you click on, you can see it. There's IKEA. I'm not sure what that is. That's says up there, prison by Mackenzies. And then down here, castle. We're going to do this one more time. If this doesn't work, I have a one up here that we can load up that should work. I think I got it to where it worked. Yeah, I mean, Terragon, Pyle did an excellent job on this. Yeah, it says up there by Pyle. He did an excellent job on this. It is really good. There's just a few options I'd like to tweak. Like that highway would be great. I don't know how his height maps work. Because you'll see it'll create a new height map here shortly. And then you'll see it. And it's different. I mean, it's there. I guess what I have to do is let it make its own height map. Just a random one. And then go reset my colors. Because the color schemes. Yeah, there's a big learning curve. Unless you really want to stick with it and learn it, you're not going to. You know, I won't name any names, but there's some people out there that kind of want it done for them because they don't want to learn it. And, you know, I do this for fun. It's not my job. If it was my job, I would make sure to learn all of this. But this interests me. Weak. Now, see, there's their height map. So, I mean, that's dark water. And we've got our little islands and water and stuff in here. But those still look pretty high right there. And up through here. Yeah, pause it because I'm going to have to cough. I guess not pause it. Mute it. Yeah, like I said, it's got way more options than any of the other ones I've ever had on customization. But it's kind of like when I was told... yeah, it does look kind of dark. You know, if a pickup truck will do the job for you, you don't need to be driving a semi. And this is kind of the semi. You know, I mean, he's gone through a lot of work. Don't ever get me wrong. He's done great on this. I really am glad someone's putting out one. But the ease of use of nitrogen was so nice. I don't know if I can minimize this. Well, here. I will show... desktop. That's not what we wanted. This PC. Desktop. Yeah, you see all my junk on my desktop. And then I have to find what I want. I don't care if you see all the junk on my desktop. Look, there's a picture of me. There's my gardens. Another picture of me. Wait, aren't they in mod launcher? Oops. Map creation right there. This is all the tools that you had, like some of mine that I've worked on. Ideas, maps. Insidious Isles. That was this. I do believe when I was doing the... oh, must be tired. The Warzuk. Oh, it's not going to let me do it that way. Let me... For some reason, sometimes Paint doesn't want to open it, but Paint.net usually will. Oh, no, this was the new one I had made. Yeah, that was a crazy one. I don't think we ever played that one. And here was actually... someone had asked me what maps I made. I've made quite a few. And this was the world that Jimmy kept saying I built for him. This was for Crab Clown Jimmy, and this is his actual height map. It was his icon, or his logo. I should try redoing that one again, too. Give him a new series, because he doesn't have enough to do on his plate right now. I'm joking. He's got a lot to do on his plate. I had Azeroth. There was the one I was looking off of. I had to kind of scrunch them together a little bit. If you don't know what Azeroth is, it is the map from World of Warcraft. So I had to kind of scrunch things together. But it actually has, I never populated this, never used it for anybody. It actually has the rivers and everything pretty close, except for the mountains, of what the actual World of Warcraft map has. Because here's the actual map that I was using to build it off of. So you see we actually have the bay there and the Night Elves tree that's no longer there and everything. It takes a long time to do some of those. The other ones I have, those aren't ones I made. Those are ones I was thinking of making. This was one, I think, I can't remember if he wanted me to make that or not. Trial maps. These were ones I was doing. There was for my battle map for the 4 people. 4 teams going after each other that we never quite did. Some other maps. I have a Skyrim map and less fractured isles. But I came in here for a reason. I wanted to show you what nitrogen looked like. This was nitrogen. So it's got like a huge different GUI than what this is. I mean, you just, if you're just looking for a random gen, you can go back to basic and just do a random gen. Okay. So see, this is really close to what we want. Just a little bit more coming out there, but I could live with that. There's some extra aisles here. But see, we lost these out here. Those those. Okay, we're going to save this. Oops. Stop. And we'll get back to the other one. Save. And if you just want to do a random world, you just do it right here. And hit run. Change what you want. Do that. And it works great. So the wilderness ones weren't these. These are the... Okay, so let's load. What one is this? CP fractured. Okay, so let's load. Well, I thought I had one saved that was for that. Was it Petri dish? Nope, that was Riverworld. I thought I had one where I had it fixed. Islands? Yeah, nitrogen was nice. This is nice too. Like I said, don't get me wrong at all. Where is our import height? Let's go back here. Okay. Let's run it and see. I don't think I got rid of this. Like I said, there's lots of... No, you're not distracting me. Hey, Tom Solo, how's it going? Whoa, just doing some world building with new Terragon. Oh, and Terragon left us. Let's... Hey, we're back to that screen. Let's open... I guess I blew it on that one. Where is the map? Close the one. Map creation. Go back to Terragon. Terragon sometimes does that. Don't show this again. Okay. Now let's load. Not too bad, Tom Solo, not too bad. I was actually just going to order some of the stuff I was doing. I really didn't feel up to playing the game tonight and streaming that, so I just kind of streamed what I was doing. Okay, let's keep doing with that one, I guess. But what I was saying with the... let's get this one going again. Sea level. Set the sea level at 28. Flat water map. I'm going to set that one down to 50 and see what we get. Run that bad boy. Okay, with nitrogen, I mean, you just have to click things. But like I said, they're not going to... Alpha 19 was the last time they update it, and the guy isn't being... Good, Tom, so we missed you. Might be able to Firestar. But like here, you can set your height map, where you're going to get the height map from. You can generate new POIs or turn it off. Special zones like Darkness Falls. And then one map or more scenarios. And then you change the little things here. And the great ones right here is the highways. Like I said, I missed that. Well, he's kind of been away from 7 Days to Die for a little while. That's what I mean by back. Okay, let's bring that back up. Let's... Where did Terragon go? Let me bring this a little bit smaller. Bring it over here so I can see it populate and still see your chat. Oops, paused it, didn't I? I tell you, I love the Matrix. That's why that's on there. Copyright me if you want to. I ain't making no money off this, so... Boy, that was quicker that time. I'm just trying to resurrect the Fractured Isles, Tom. And I have to use several different programs to do it. And everybody's in bed or gone to work, so this is my time to do it. Otherwise, I get told that I'm watching things too much, is what I was told earlier this weekend. Even though I did quite a bit this weekend. Now, I did not get to do maple syrup again because even the maple syrup... Well, there's no push right now to switch the server. Nobody's even suggested it. So I'm just kind of working on this for future, hopefully. Right now, we're pretty bond heavy. Yeah, I did make some maple syrup. It was awful smoky, but the maple syrup, or the sap, got cloudy. We got a warm streak here. And even what was coming out of the trees was cloudy. So I'm not going to do that. I just went ahead and I actually poured it on some of my garden stuff. But I know what to do next year. Thank you, Firestar. Next year, you can get a drum that has a cutout that is a like wood burning drum for $1,500. Or you can get your own metal drum and a kit to make it for $80. And not the drum. You have to get your own drum, but I can get those for like $15. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. The $80, then put that on there and you cut the top out and then your pans sit there and it keeps all the smoke from getting into your maple syrup. And I can put 2 pans on. So that's my plan. We'll see how it gets going. And we'll see where I'm at. Who knows? I might be up in Michigan. If I'm up in Michigan, then I still want to get it done and hopefully I have a lot more trees to do. I mean, if I had acreage where I could do it and I could sell it and feasibly make my money back, there are a couple other kits that are like $2,100 that are actually electric and are just commercial. I would probably get one of those. But for what I have, I just for us, $80 sounds great. It'd be $100 because I'll need to get one more pan, but yet, yeah, it's just neat. To me, it's just neat that I made it. You know, it's mine. So I have a pint jar, and I think it's a pint. Maybe it's half a pint that I saved for my dad because his birthday was last week. He turned 79. So I've got that for him. Then I've got half a quart or so for us. But it's just neat that you made that with your own hands, you know? I mean, I grew up in a rural area, but nobody really made that around us. So it's just like awesome when you make your own stuff from trees on my own land. You know, I have half an acre and I'm considered in town. Yet I could make my own. That was kind of awesome. And if I could have stayed up on it, I made 8 gallons worth that gave me that. I would have had over 40 gallons more to make. I'm kind of reading there, Tom Solo. A maple ring match? You mean like selling it, or? Because where I like to go in Michigan, there is people that already sell it, but they stop selling it. So you know that there's a customer base there. Okay, let's talk about that. Oops, we're there. There's a huge draw between Michigan and North Carolina. North Carolina would be an easier growing season because it will be hard up in Michigan to grow things for me. But where I go in Michigan, the way I had to put it to somebody when the old lady's mom, she's like, "Why would you want to live up there?" And I said, "It's the only place I've ever been that I actually, every time I've gotten out of the vehicle and get there, I feel totally at peace and totally relaxed." So I always go back to that. Oh, and another thing is, I don't know if either of you have had maple sugar. Yeah, my mind goes 100 miles a minute, especially when I'm tired, and there's like 20 things going into it. Exactly, Firestar. I feel at home. And this is why I can't sleep at nights sometimes. When I tell people I have insomnia, it's because there's, 100 different things going on in my mind, and it just won't shut off. I joke, and this is a joke, in case anybody listens to this and wants to shut it off because of what I'm about to say. I joked that I was going to take a laptop, several reams of paper, go up to a cabin, and take some Adderall. And when I came home, there was going to be a couple novels written. But I kind of wonder if the focus would go somewhere else. Okay, so that's not... Oops. This one's not a horrible one. Still really hate all of those. I wonder if I can get rid of those. I mean, this is kind of like the fractured aisles. Mine's still kind of there. Let me write those down. You know what? I could actually just run the world. You take those prefabs out. But when I write it down, then I think go further down the rabbit hole, Firestar. Okay, now if I write those down and you take it out, so that it can't find it the first time you run it, then it deletes them. It takes a little while. Oh, look. Pyle made that. Or Piley? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. The same guy who made Terragon. Okay, so we've got that one. CP Party Yacht. I also, I don't know if I told you, Firestar, or not. I just got an email. Yeah. I just got an email from one of the head guys on Compo Pack just to make sure that they could use my prefabs again. And I told him, I said, until I tell you otherwise, feel free to use them. So I guess I'm going to have several prefabs in the next Compo Pack. I mean, the ships look awesome. I just don't want that many all around. Like I said, it's almost like it's a weapon or at war. I think that's it, just those three. It's because they're regional biomes, and since there's a lot of that region, it's going to fill it full of them. Yeah. Okay, now what we have to do is hit stop. Go back to the basic, and we want to do erosion. Not going to do rivers, because we're going to have enough water as it is. Let's put this back up to 200. Yeah, yeah. The Breach Gaming's going to be into one of them. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Tom Solo. It's good to see you, buddy. Now, as you see there, though, there's no cities. And I have to remember where it was. Is it towns? I think it is. Town size. Water map. Where is it? Right here. Okay, this one's going to take a while longer. I think that's what we want. Create towns. Let's see if this will do it. No, I don't know. We should tell you which region. Wait, right there. Nope, that's still water map. Let's run it. Okay, let's see what we get. Because Pile, I hope I'm saying his name right, because that's what I always say. P-I-L-L-E. Pili? I don't know. I'm going to keep calling him Pile. Until he messages me and tells me it's different. That's what I'm going to say. He'd put bridges in, so it's kind of neat that there's bridges, but there's a lot different of a map than what it would have been, but there's still a lot. The water hopefully is not that deep. You too, Tom Solo. Oh, he just left, so he won't hear that. Bring that over there. Oh. So out of the, I don't know how many eggs I put in. I didn't really count them. But so far, it's probably done. We got 4 new silky chicks. They all look to be healthy and doing good. So we'll see. I would really rather be raising ones that are more meat and egg producers. Bridges are nice. Yeah, hopefully it's not too deep. I would rather like have Orpingtons because they get pretty big. I mean, it takes them a little bit longer to fill out, but I can't believe the size of them that I have out here. I have a lavender Orpington and all the other Orpingtons I had got killed by the mink. But, I can never remember what the big black one is, but he's the same size as the Orpington, the lavender. Huge. I mean, like when you go to pick them up, it's hard to hold their wings against them because they're so big. And I would love to have a rooster of them so that I could actually raise my own Orpingtons. Because then you have meat, and they do lay eggs too. Yes, I mean, I couldn't believe the size of them because I've had Isa Browns, Wyandottes, Easter Eggers, and they're all rather small birds compared to these. These things are huge. But the silky rooster is pretty quiet. I mean, he still crows, but it's not a loud crow like the other ones. And I think if I got a rooster Orpington or the other kind, or, the bigger birds and more meat birds, dual purpose, I guess is what they're called, I think people might complain, a couple of the neighbors. So far, they're not saying anything about that. I wish they complained about the goats, then I'd have a good reason to get rid of them. What kind of chickens do you usually have, Firestar? I mean, is that what you usually get, or? I mean, they take longer to grow out than, say, the Cornish cross. But I just don't know about the Cornish cross. They're Franken chickens, I've never heard of a Borheim. I tried to go this last time with speckled Sussex, and they all died but one. And that's one of the most friendly ones I got out there. And then the 6 that I don't know what the heck they are. They'll be great in the summer here, but the winter I'm kind of worried about them because they've got big, what's the word I'm looking for? I can think of conchs, and it's not conchs. And I don't think it's cockerels on the top of their head. Combs. Big combs on the top of their head, which could be bad in the winter because it can get frostbite. Okay. I just kind of got mixed the last time, or the first time I got them just a mix, because I didn't know. I won't lie, I knew almost nothing about chickens. I just knew that I wanted eggs, and I looked, and those were ones for eggs. Isa Browns were really good, but Wyandottes were good too. I think I had silver laced. I don't know what L3WI is rating with a party of 2 is. Interesting. Still only one person viewing, so. There we go. Hi there. I'm newer to Twitch, just so you know. I usually do Facebook, but I like this more because I'm hitting new people and I can stream it with the comments. So I can actually respond. I've been rated on Twitch. That's awesome. We're mainly just kind of... Well, glad you came. We're mainly just... we're talking more like 7 Days to Die stuff and farm stuff. And I'm kind of doing a map build. I could drag it back over. It says it's not responding, so we'll see what happens with it. I wasn't paying attention to it. I don't think I saved after those changes. There we go. I'm building worlds in the video game 7 Days to Die, but I've got many personalities. I'm a homesteader too, and doing that, so we were kind of talking chickens and the breeds that we have, want, and are getting. So are you more into gaming or just everything? Yeah, two completely different topics there, Firestar. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I jump all over. You missed us talk earlier about making maple syrup and that. When it comes to games, I like modding on 7 Days to Die, like making worlds and stuff. It's fun. Okay. I've never played iRacing, but I've seen... oh, that's awesome. Create music. That's cool. We have another friend, Crab Clown Jimmy, and he does... now I'm kind of tired. It's 11:15 here. It's been a long weekend. Help me out here, Firestar. What's the name of the car soccer game that he plays? I guess I could look on Discord, couldn't I? It would be Rocket League. Yes, you were right. You got it too. Yeah, he's actually esports coach. So if you haven't checked him out, give him a look too. I don't think he's on Twitch, just on YouTube. That's Crab Clown Jimmy. He does 7 Days Die, Ark, several other games, Rocket League. He used to do some battle simulation, but now he's got his plate full. He went and got I do believe it's his PhD. Maybe it's just Masters. Might have just been Masters. And then started to become a coach for esports in his downtime. Yeah, YouTube, what'd I say? Facebook or something? My goodness. I should hit the showers and go to bed. Hell. Working on his PhD, okay. Hey, if you want to get there, you'll get there, buddy. I mean, if you don't want to get there, that's cool too. I mean, it's hard because if you get to that level, then it's almost like a job. So then it takes away some of the fun. I used to be really into computers and building computers, and it was just everything I wanted to do. And then I went to work in that field, and it kind of killed that for me. I still mess with computers and build some, but it's not fun like it used to be. Too sweaty, yeah. I mean, I used to do some competition on like first-person shooters, but I don't think my heart could handle that nowadays. That's been a long time ago. There was one game I loved playing. It's called SWAT 3. It was old. That was back when you really didn't have the internet enough to play the games, so we'd get together and have a big LAN party. Oh, this tea is horrible. Yep, that's it. You gotta have fun. I used to build maps, and guy who joined us just a little bit ago, Tom Solo, him and a couple others paid me for the maps, and it was nice, but then it kind of took the fun. I won't say it took the fun out of it, just wasn't as fun because you're under more pressure to actually perform and give somebody a product. It was more fun just to kind of do it and then, or say, hey, this would be a neat idea. Yes, LAN parties were awesome. We had a big box full of extra LAN cards because you never knew when one was going to go bad. Old ISA slot, and then PCI slots. The ISAs were big black slots on your motherboard. The PCIs were white. Back in the day when I had a whole room just old computer parts, monitors, all that stuff. We had good times back then. Yeah, my son's actually on Twitch, and he does quite a bit more stuff than I do. Okay, let's bring that over. We'll leave the other one up. Oops, twitch.tv.
still open to that. Yeah!
Let's pause that. So first, oh, where's the ones that I follow? Like I said, I'm newer here. Okay, I don't. There's, I guess, his last stream. Okay. I kind of go back and forth on my. I get a free Amazon subscribe, so I kind of like spread the love, you know. So this is his J Babs. I guess 5 days ago is the last time he's been streaming.
A wheel.
And then here we have yours. Hey, thanks for joining us on the stream. Share your channel here real quick. So if anybody watches this, you know, YouTube later when it goes up there or that, go over and give him a subscribe. Oops. And I'm following him. So see, we're awesome. So give him a look. All right. No, not report channel. And give him a like if you feel the free or feel like you want to. I actually got quite a few here that I follow. Some of them I'm gonna unfollow. I don't know who's got mine right now. Can't subscribe, I don't think, to. Nope, just report. So let's. I don't know if I've got my Prime sub. Yep, I'll sub to my son again with my free one. I don't know if he gets any money for it. I can't tell you how that works. Okay, let's get back. So I just want to know. Oh, I must have followed him later or earlier. Okay, or them. I don't know. We'll go there. So we got it. Okay, so this is still not quite where we need to be. Let's turn off the erosion again because it goes quicker. And let's go to expert. Oops, I don't have it where I can see the chat. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name though, if it was L3We. Lawi? Not sure. Okay. Well, so we're gonna raise that while we're at it. Great towns. Let's raise this to 100. Oh. And let's run it again. Oh. Okay. I'll be right back because this tea is horrible and I need to get something else to drink. I'll be nice and mute you so you don't have to hear anything that goes on. Or mute me. All right, we're back. I guess we can put this on, and we don't need to. So, I guess. Whoop, let me go to my Amazon. I don't know what you use. Wow, I got the hiccups now. Orders. What you use for brooder lights. I'm looking it up here. But what I use is a black ceramic light. So it actually, or heater. So it puts off no light, so it's not like those red lights. Wow, it's been a long time since I bought those. They've lasted quite a few years. Wow, since 2019. 150 watt. Oops. How about this one? Nope, couldn't find it. So let's look it up. 150 watt infrared ceramic heater. Oh wow, that's 250 watts. Okay, and let me bring it over. Ugh! This is what I use in my brooder setup. It looks just like them, so I don't. Mine was 150 watt. This one's 250 watt. Mine was in a 2-pack. So, oh, there's one. That's thermometer. But this is what I use to heat mine, so that they get used to light and dark. You know, when the lights go off. And oh, okay, you've got one of the sheet ones. Yeah. I like these because they don't get as. I don't think that they're going to be as hot. I've never seen one break. Knock on wood. But oh yeah, can you see what I've been looking at? I wouldn't mind getting one of the new ones, but that's what I used. It was one of those. Works pretty good. Boop. Yeah, the sheet ones, I kind of wanted one of those. I just haven't been able to justify getting or paying the amount. We'll see. I really need to get the brooder set up. Or the brooder. Build the incubator I want. Because I've got the plans drawn out. I just have to go get the wood, the insulation, and then the sheets of plastic. But what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I've covered this before or not. I want to have a double shelf in there for your parrot. Does he talk? A double shelf in there so I can run both of my rotating turners that, you know, you just put the eggs in, automatically turns them. And then have another side that was for the actual lockdown hatching part. Excuse me, yawning there. So that I could actually leave it on 24/7 and just rotate eggs. So I can always have one tray of eggs in there. Because I haven't planned on possibly making my own quail pens. The kind where the eggs actually roll out. And if I get enough stock of quail, I will sell the pen once, like a single pen, or if you want more, you know, depending on the price, I could build more, like taller, like so you actually have like batteries that come with quail. So then you would be buying, like, if you just want eggs, then it would just be like 5 hens, you know, per battery. Or you get 4 hens and 1 male, and then you could actually have your own hatching eggs. Because I think, oh, so she doesn't talk. Trust issues. Because you can have quail in town or anywhere. You keep them in the garage. The males do have kind of a weird crow, but people will just think really that it's a wild bird. Still not getting our cities. They will just think it's a wild bird and leave it alone. And the hens are very quiet. There isn't like a create cities. It's just towns. See, this is where I get angry with it. Because it gets kind of hard to change all these around. And keep doing it. And takes a long time to figure it out. Oops, I didn't hit save. If you hit interrupt, it would actually crash, because it does. I've done that before. But that's one of the side hustles I can do, because when you have quail, the bobtail quail. Oh, my phone's not in here. When you have the bobtail quail, Coturnix quail, they are actually ready to breed and lay eggs in like 6 weeks, give or take. So right now I'm down to, and I wasn't even sure that I wanted to keep doing this, but I think this would be a good side hustle. We'll try it a little bit. If not, I can eat them all and be done with it. But I cut down for the winter because I didn't know if I wanted to keep quail. They're good. The eggs are great for pickling, but they take quite a bit of work. But I think I can make a go of it and a side hustle and make a little bit of money off it too. Yeah, we have bob whites here too, but you can't keep them without a license because they're wild here and they don't. If I got the license, I asked the DNR person if I could release them in the wild to help bolster them. And she says, well, there's no law against it. We don't really recommend people do that. But so I'm like, yeah, whatever. But it's just easier with the Coturnix. You don't have to have any license or anything. Also, I could butcher them to sell to people. But you have to label them as pet food, not for human consumption. If you eat it, that's up to you. But I have to put it on there. It's an Ohio law, so I don't know about keeping them. You can also, some people who have snakes will buy them dead but whole with feathers and all. Same thing with dogs and other things some people will. And it would be easier to do that. See, the thing is, once you get the process up and going, I mean, at one time I think I had 200 of them here. Once you get the process up and going, it's not bad. But the truth of it is, I was fighting a harder depression because of being laid off and other things that I just didn't have the will to keep doing it. And so I got out of it. And some days are still hard, and I don't feel like doing a lot of stuff, but, you have to for the animals. And it gives you, if nothing else, it gives you purpose. It gives you something to do. Let me go. That's someone drinking out of the water. I'll be right back because I got a text on my phone that's in the other room. Let me go grab it real quick. You'll hear me shuffle away. Oh, I got a couple texts. I don't know who the other ones were from. So the girls had a track meet Friday, and the whole team got third place. Boys got first place. They earned 3 trophies. My youngest, she got second place. I think that's what it was, second place. But in 2 meets, she's already earned her varsity letter and points needed because she placed in all of her races. So, yay. She is just a crazy. She doesn't care for track as much. She likes cross country more. But she just has a drive like you wouldn't believe. She eats like you wouldn't believe too. Like she's got unlimited energy. But she's a big help. She does great. Oh, I'm starting to wind down myself. I think this is going to be my last try. And then I'll save it and mess with it later. And hopefully it'll come out good this time. Not forget where I was at. Yeah, the back. Yeah, my mind's 100 miles a minute. Back to the heater you got. Is that one of those that's like it got adjustable legs so you can raise it or lower it? I'm kind of curious. I'll have to see if sometime I get several people that want to talk. Oh, 3 levels. If I can't do like on Discord, have people in the chat room talking and then it recorded on this. I would think it would because it records everything that's on my speakers and everything that's said. So it should. That might be something in a future time. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't want anything to be said about wiping the server, because then we don't want to get Averno all worked up. Wink, wink, Averno. See, I don't know that Tom wants to download all the mods. You know, I actually found the way I put that up there was easy, where you put separate folders and you make the little change to it, and then you put your mods in your folder instead of in the roaming folder, and it works. That's how I play the Chaosphere now, because I've got it set up so that when I'm prefab building or that, it's vanilla, so that there's no mods, so I'm not putting things in people need. See, we're getting bigger, but we're just not. Okay, I got one more in me, I think. Oops, stop. Towns. I don't know what that seed is. Put 0. Minimum altitude, no. 0. Yeah, it had some issues with War of the Walkers, but I don't know why that is. I haven't tried any of those other, like Warzuk or Darkness Falls on it. They may have issues, but just for putting like single mods on, it works flawlessly. Like I said, then you can keep your vanilla one. So you're like an hour behind me, aren't you, Firestar? So like it's 11:39 p.m. here. You're at 10:39 there, right? Might just have to generate it. See, so what I was saying. Come on, come over. So see, decoration type model. That's the bridge. So then we have all the player starts. We don't really need those, but all these other ones are all bridges. Okay. Yeah, I'm Eastern Standard. So these are all bridges. So if I go down and just copy all of these, then the position should be the same, and it should put the bridges in. And there's a lot of them. So that was my plan. Oh, so I don't know where the line is up here. I think is it Illinois? Look it up. Yeah, Illinois and here. So you can see what I'm saying. Illinois, just a little cut there. Boy, it's weird that it's up here too, the way it goes. So I go about right there where my arrow is into Michigan. And that's where I know the most. But there is beautiful places up here too, and I would actually love to be up here, but growing would be so hard. I've also been looking at places in this region. I just don't know. Like, I don't know the area. There's a lot of natural springs and stuff there that are nice. I actually live about right in this area right now. Property value is high. I mean, I wouldn't mind staying here if I could get the acreage, but I can't get the acreage. Plus, not a lot of woods. You gotta be around the rivers or that. I mean, I do have a plan that I could do. But truthfully, I'd probably be single if I did it. My sister, because I had suggested that I was ready to move. Let me bring it back up so I can see comments. I was ready to move when the youngest graduates. She's a sophomore this year, right? Sophomore? Yeah. So she'll have 2 more years. And then after that, I said, well, why don't we start making plans where we could move? And someone doesn't want to move out of this house. She wants to stay here. So we'll see how that pans out. But I said even to move back to Deschler, so we'd still be... Deschler is a small town I grew up in. Move back to... And I have family there. So move back to there, and look around there. And my sister offered to land contract me her house. And it's about... I think it's an acre or acre and a half. It's got a barn and an old chicken coop on it and the house. And she'd give it to me at a really good price. Not perfect. All the bedrooms are upstairs. It's a little bit smaller, but it's a 3-story kind of, because you have a basement, first floor, and then the second floor. And it does need some work, as in like the only shower is in the basement. The upstairs has a full bath, but it's no shower. It's just the old tub. So, I'd have to change that. I mean, if I had the money, I would looked at it. These are things that run through my mind at night when I'm trying to sleep too. Where the stairwell comes down onto the floor, I would actually take out a closet that's there and build onto the house there. And I would put a bedroom, a bathroom, / utility room. So you'd have a full bath, you would have your washer and dryer, and then you'd have a bedroom. That way, yeah, in the basement. That way, once you get older, it's all a single level. But the basement, I could actually turn into a hydroponic awesome area because it's heated down there. So there's 2 rooms in there, I think. And the one, it's just like a pantry right now, kind of. That's what it was. But I could actually grow things in that one. But we'll see where we're at, because I know the area. I know the people in the area. So that's kind of nice. But, man, it's not the 10 acres I really want. Yeah, I'd like to get 10 plus acres. But maybe it's what I need. So we'll see when the time gets there. I know... The town I live in is Findlay, and it's a bigger town. And it is pushing its borders out. And right now there's a field between me and Menards. And they have the town go through my house and the house next door to go and get a retirement community across from us. And they were already surveying the field, I think, to put in housing. So the town's going to eat us up before too long. And then we'll be in the middle of town, inside. And that's just not what I want on any level. Yep. Only thing standing between us and that is money, right, Firestar? Hence, the side hustles. We'll get there. But, my sister's house isn't bad. And the price would be very reasonable. And it's a mile away from where my dad lives. And it's a mile away from where my brother lives. And my sister would probably move to one of the areas around here. Or Florida, who knows? She always thought she'd retire to Florida, but there we go. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? Okay. So let's hit stop. Go back to basic. Now, we don't need that. Let's hit save. Let's run it again. Yeah, I like playing with things. Yeah, she likes Florida. She comes down there several times a year. She likes Sanibel area. She tends to lean, which I don't know, that might have changed with COVID, and if I'm allowed to say that, I don't know. With all the stuff that went on, she has leaned more towards prepping than she used to. But her original plan was she wanted to get a condo so she didn't have to worry about the mowing or any of that. And if she wanted to go somewhere, she could go somewhere. And my uncle lives down there. And I asked him, I said, well, it's nice there January, February. That's when I went down for my one and only time. Everglades were beautiful. I said, what do you do in the summer? He goes, I don't leave my house much. I'm like, well, that's not cool. But you look at that, if I moved to the UP, it'd be the same way. Just be in the winter, I couldn't leave my house much. But I don't know. You can always... Yeah, she just went down a month ago. And yeah, the hurricane really just wiped everything out. I mean, it was sad down there, but like I said, it seems like I could always put more clothes on, but people tend to get cringy if I take too many off. Yeah, I mean, we went down when it's freezing down here, or up here. So I went down for 2 weeks with my sister, the end of January, first part of February. And we went down there and there was no bugs. There were the black vultures tearing apart cars. Everybody else down there, I think, was pretty much wearing winter coats. And I think the highs were in the low 60s, maybe even the upper 50s. And I was wearing shorts. Because back home, it was like in the teens or single digits. And that was great then. I mean, we stayed at a place that had a pool, and it said heated pool. Now, let me tell you, that pool was not heated. But I still swam in it, and the people looked at me like I was the craziest person in the world. It was kind of fun. But that was a trip of a lifetime. It was good and it was bad. It opened my eyes to how much more there is than the little things I've seen. But, which was good and bad, because there's so much more than what I know now. But we took some back roads, like along Cape Canaveral area there, and there was a fence, and I jumped the fence. Statute of limitations, I think, is out. It was 2012 is when I went down. And there was a wild orange tree there. You know, this is something I could never do up here. I jumped that fence. It was just like an old wood fence, more marking property line than anything else. And I went over there and I pulled one of those off. And I ate it. My sister's like, I wouldn't eat it. You're going to get sick our first day down here. So I only ate one. But I was just like, it might have been a mandarin, something else, but it was citrus. And I couldn't believe it was actually on the tree. And it tasted awesome. You know, and to have that grow wild was just crazy. Yeah, see, we went all along the beaches all on there our first couple days. Down through there, saw where they launched the shuttles from, and we went down there for most of the time. Then we went to Universal, and then she forced me to go to Disney. It was good. I just never really had an inkling to go to Disney. Universal was great, but the Everglades were awesome. You know, we went down there, and you got to see Shark Alley, I think's the name of it, on the west side. Yes, the oranges. It was very tasty. It was crazy to see it on a tree, especially when it was considered winter. You know, but on the west side of the Everglades, I think it's Shark Alley, and there's people riding bikes and walking, and there's alligators just laying right where the people are walking and stuff. I mean, I got probably a foot away from some baby alligators. It was just crazy, great experience. If the temperatures were the way they were when we were down there, and it was like that year round, I would probably like to live there too, except for the hurricanes kind of scare me. You know, up here we have tornadoes every so often. We just had high winds that took down like a mile of power lines. Not for me, but for some of my family. But, yeah, that's different. No, I'm pretty sure it was called Alligator Alley that we went down. It's like a long trek you go down to some lookout point or something. We didn't go all the way down. But it's a blacktop, and you can ride bicycles and stuff on it. I thought it was Shark Alley. Here, I'll Google it and look here real quick. Yeah, Shark Valley Visitor Center, I think. Yeah, that's it. Shark Valley Visitor Center, National Park Service. So I was thinking Shark Alley, but let me see. Yeah, that's it. I'm looking at some pictures of it right now. Here. And this is true. They were just laying out sunning themselves. Like right there. You could actually get off and walk over to them. And you look at that one. Another one. Blue Springs, I think. I can never remember the name of it. Yes, Blue Springs State Park. You could actually just look just like that. And like this. And I actually have pictures just like that. You could actually see them. If it wasn't against the law, you could actually reach out and just touch the manatees. And it was just awesome. You know, stuff that we don't see up here. That was one of my favorite spots down there was this one, the Blue Springs State Park. So kind of, I don't know, it was half a mile walk along this little spring that goes back. And it was just full of manatees and placosmuses that I actually had in an aquarium. And they're just wild down there. It's kind of neat. Oh, it's almost midnight. I was hoping this would go quick, and then I was hoping this would go quick and we could try the bridge one, but I'm getting kind of tired and kind of losing focus. And I think it's going to take a long time after I click for it to make the roads, because that's, with my maps, a lot of times the roads in that's why I think it took 13 hours to do the one. Because I do an erosion too. The erosion's supposed to smooth things out and make them a little bit nicer. It is amazing. You look at this height map and how it looks and how different it looks once it does all the things we told it to do. Yeah, the mermaids or the manatees. So today we had a skate show, ice skating. That was the youngest. She's 16. It was her last time skating. She decided she didn't want to do it anymore. Because she didn't do, they had regular skating, then they had synchronized skating. And she did the synchro this year. And the people were very rude. And she barely got to skate at any of the competitions. And so she just said she was done. And I agree. I think the whole group of it is kind of rude and snobby. So I've never cared for the group very much. Not the kids, the parents and stuff. But the show was really good. I mean, the kids try their hardest. And it was good to see. But I'm not sad that it's over with. No. Town I live in is kind of like that. You have a lot of higher end snobby people. There was one boy who's very nice. He was homeschooled. He's in it with her. And I don't think he got to skate in one competition. And you're paid to do this. I mean, like, I think it's over $1,000 you pay to do this. And I'm like, if I'm paying, then he's going to be in the competitions too, you know? But, you know, if you're not good enough, then just like, yeah, whatever. He's a good boy too. He's gone on a couple bike rides with the youngest. They're the same age. Oh. Yeah. The Karens is another word for what some of the people are. Self-important. Ooh, what's it say in fine print all the way in the bottom? Terragon. Yeah. Pay to play, then you should all be playing. He went to every one too. I mean, he was a trooper. I couldn't believe that. Yes, entitled. Uh-oh, guinea pig got scared. Today was feed bill day. I had to go get chicken feed, goat feed, corn. I didn't need to get rabbit feed. We still had enough of that. Still had scratch. Oh, and I got, I don't use chick starter. I use meat bird crumble because the higher protein. And I also use that for the quail. It's not quite a high enough protein. I want 26. 24 or higher is really what you want. And this is 22, but it's better than your normal 18 or 15. I'll supplement with some mealworms. Now get him up there. Yeah, he's a good kid. Still smiling, still enjoying it. So that's the key. As I said, if you're going to do this stuff, that's great, but only do it for as long as it's fun. If it stops being fun, then stop doing it. Yeah, I didn't need the rabbits or the scratch. Need pretty much everything else. Holy mackerel, look at that. Oh, that's an awesome one right there. How did those ships get in there? There. There we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that 6? 6 cities. And see, I can go in on these smaller islands and stuff, and we can put traders and stuff in there too once it's done. Starters and mealworms. Do you raise your own mealworms or do you buy them? Yeah, I like my local one that Kalmbach feeds because their stuff's all natural. And a lot of times the difference between all natural and organic is someone had to pay a lot more to get it to be labeled as organic. Let's rock it. Because I raise my own mealworms. And that was another thing that once the quail left, I haven't kept up on as much. But I still feed them to the chicks. The chicks get a every day. Once they're, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks old, I'll start throwing some in just to see if they like them, and they're live. And once they're old enough to eat them, then once a day they'll get them. 2 or 3 each for each bird. And it's funny to see them. I think I put up a video of it the one time. Because it doesn't matter. You can put like 20 of them in there, worms, and they're going to grab one and then run away. And all the other ones will chase that one trying to get it from it. Oh, it's an hour from you? See, they actually make it up here. I don't know if they have feed places other states or not. Because that's a local one that started here in Ohio. And like I said, I love their stuff. I need to get the goat stuff from them, but I'd rather just get rid of the goats, to tell you the truth. It's midnight. All right. I think we're going to call it there. I actually might, once this is done, because see, we got the side roads, it's only 3%. Once this is done, I'll probably just leave it sit there, and I might finish this up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video on me trying the highways. We'll see. Might stream it again. Just depends on who's home and if I gotta be quiet or not. Okay, well, I thank everybody for joining me today. I thank Firestar for being here almost the whole time. I think all but a few minutes. I appreciate it. Gives me someone else to talk to. There've been a lot of quiet time, probably. Oh, in Alabama. Probably been a lot of quiet time if it wasn't for you guys. Especially you, Firestar. Someone to bounce ideas off of and stuff. So, I hope you have a great rest of your night. And you don't stay up too late coding. I know you says right there you should go to sleep. I still have to take my shower and probably eat something. So, I'll be up till between 1 and 2. Yes, I love chatting with you too. It's nice. And my focus is leaving. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great night. And I hope whoever watches this enjoys our little banter and our little craziness. If not, that's okay too. All right. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, stay alive out there and keep on surviving. You sleep well too, Firestar.